Hey guys, I decided to do a pick a card reading today. So if you want to get a reading, all you have to do is check the next slide and see which one of these you feel called to. Okay, this is for those of you that chose Stack A, Group 1. Group 1, the first card that I pulled for you, I went ahead and shuffled just to save time, but the first card I pulled for you talks about what's going on in your life now. And the card that I pulled is the Four of Wands. This could be like a time for you guys where you could be partying, you could be spending time with family, you could be going to like weddings or celebrations, having a good time. I mean, these girls look like they're at Coachella, you know. They're having fun. But in most tarot decks, though, this also is a card that talks about gaining stability. But I think it's talking about fun here. Okay. And then I asked, what has gone on in your recent past? And I pulled the Nine of Swords. This card is a card of anxiety. It's like stress, not being able to sleep. I'm also getting like burdens weighing on you, maybe. Like the birds are burdens this time. So you may have been stressed out recently, and that's why you're partying, trying to have fun. What's going on for you currently? We got the Five of Swords. Five of Swords. This is a card of trickery, trickery, dog. And what's coming up in the future? I got the Devil card. Okay, when I asked for more information about the Nine of Swords, I pulled the Lover's card. This card it could represent like a soulmate relationship, but it also is the sign of Gemini, and when not referring to relationships, it tends to mean a decision has to be made, like the making of a major decision. And that came out with the Nine of Swords, so there could have been a relationship or a big decision that was causing you to lose sleep, stressing you out. I also pulled the Star card. This is a card of hope for the future, feeling like you're on the right path. So I'm getting stressed around a relationship or a decision that you had to make, even though you were still super, super hopeful for the future. And then we got the Empress card. This is the card of the creator woman. She's the nurturer. Whatever she like puts her energy into, it grows. And sometimes it can be a baby or a family, but sometimes it could be a job or a career or dreams that somebody has. It's a card of fertility and just like being in that yummy feminineness. So, recent past, we had stress, something keeping you up at night when it comes to the Lover's card, the Star card, and the Empress card. To me, it is looking like a relationship thing. But it doesn't have to be. If it's a relationship that you may have thought had potential and like you wanted it to be good, but there was still something about it that was causing you anxiety and not being able to sleep, keeping you up at night. If it's about a decision and like long-term dreams, something may have been taken. If it's about a decision, not a relationship, it could be about a decision that you had to make in regards to a career choice or like some kind of dream you had, because the star card's there, and that whole situation was stressing you out, but you had hope that it would be fertile and grow. And then for the Five of Swords, we got the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and actually put two, the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. Five of Swords is a card feeling like you're getting lied to and wanting to like win in the situation just because you feel it's right. It's like a battle won, but what did you really win sometimes? Like you may have lost somebody in the process. So this is what's going on currently. I see confusion, not being sure who you can trust, who you can't trust. And it has to do with the Ten of Cups is a card of like total happiness, emotionally fulfillment, major fulfillment. It's also a card of like happiness, like good outcomes when it comes to like the dreams you have in regards to families and relationships. And the Eight of Swords being here, it's a sign that the struggles that you're having in regards to this whole situation, you could be like doing it to yourself. But the good news is that these birds are not evil. And in this card, they're here to help free you from your weird situation you got going on. So there's something going on with the Five of Swords here right now where you're confused, you're feeling like people may be lying to you. And the angels are telling you that there's something that you're experiencing right now that is your own and that you are the cause of, without trying to sound too harsh. I see a Ten of Cups like there, but you don't like trust it. And then the fact that these came out together, the Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Cups is a card of taking a relationship to the next level, whether it be business or love or friendship, whatever. But for it to come, it literally came out with this, the Two of Pentacles. This means we could either be dealing with two different things going on here, business and love. And but if it's both at the same time, this card could tell you that there's like a weighing and a balancing of taking things further going on. Maybe you are. Maybe you're wondering, would it be worth it if I did this? In the future, we got the Devil. The Devil card tends to come up when there's like a it could be like limiting energy in your life. And it could come between you and somebody else, it could come between you and your job. And it's just anything that is getting your energy other than the day to day, okay? Now, when I was going through the worst of some stuff, this card would often come up for me when my addiction would be in full bloom, or when manipulation was at play. Okay, so the last card I pulled is the Devil card. This card came out with the Judgment, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Swords. The Devil card, it often indicates something going on in your life that's feeling restrictive. And it could be like an addiction to anything, absolutely anything. It also could be like a codependent thing with a significant other or something else. It can also be like deciding that, this is something I want to do and doing nothing but trying to achieve that. And in a way that it literally is restricting you from all other opportunities. The Judgment card comes in and it says, like, this is what's coming, okay? It says there's going to be like an awakening moment, an aha, an inspirational, oh my God, what have I been doing? What do I want? How did I get here moment? And it's going to bring you lots of clarity, and it's going to make you like have a major self-realization of like, okay, I know what I don't want anymore, and because of that, now I know what I do want, and I know what direction to head and how to do it. So it's like a self-realization. It's also like graduating from a hard time. Like, so whatever you've been going through, whether it be by yourself or with somebody else, it was probably for a reason. And you're about to get, the diamond from that roughness. Everything happens for a reason, even the shitty things. And the shitty things tend to help make us who we are when we reach our maturity, Without them, we wouldn't get there. And the Hangman talks about a new perspective. It's like, I can see everything so different now. From this new point of view I have. She's hanging upside down. She's playing with runes in the water. It's also a card that can show like a temporary pause or a stagnation in something that you want. But I don't think that's the case here. I really feel like it's more so being able to see things so much more clearly. And then the Six of Swords, it literally, she's being guided out of rough waters. Things that have been turbulent and toxic are now starting to smooth out, and these birds that were helping her try to unleash herself from the self-restrictions she was doing, they're still here, and they're trying to help bring her to safety. But it's a sign that whatever it is you're going through, whether it be, a relationship that might be a little toxic that you had hope for and you were excited for, or, a job, maybe, your biggest hope and opportunity career-wise came up and you were ready for that. Whichever thing, I really think it's relationship related though, because there's so many cups here, but whatever it is, the angels are telling you that you're going to be coming out of it soon, and you're going to be able to see everything you probably haven't been able to see for a while, just like that. It's going to be like your perspective steps back like 10 paces, and you're like, oh my God. And once that happens, You're gonna take shit from nobody. You're gonna know what you want, and you're gonna be like, I definitely don't want that. What you're selling over there, you can keep it. When I asked the angels to give me an idea of who this could be, I did. Now, don't take this for everybody, but I pulled the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords to me can have like brown or black hair and brown or like green eyes, but she is an air sign and she is somebody that is extremely intelligent, and she is also very cutting. Like if she can cut you with her words in 2 seconds. She doesn't take shit from nobody. Out of all the queen cards, you don't want to fuck with this woman. She's bad. Okay, also, this might, apply to some people. I also pulled, when asking if, to help my viewers decide if this is them, I pulled the Nine of Wands, which is a card of like, I'm ready. I know what's coming and I'm ready. And then the High Priestess, psychic energy, divine downloads, and justice. So if you're somebody that was like, this to me says somebody that just trusted everything and knew that they'd come out on top. But she's very intelligent, very cutting. If you fuck with her, she's done with you. Right now she's trying to enjoy her time, forget about everything, but she's coming out of a lot. She's had stuff going on either romantically or career-wise. And if it's romantic, it really sucks because it's like the Empress card is here. She might have wanted a baby. She might have gotten pregnant. But there was just something about it that it was not trustful. She distrust, Even if it was her doing it to herself, there's still something causing that. There's still something causing that. And it's right anyways, because the future is more of that bullshit. The Devil card. But with that, the angels are showing an awakening happening. Oh my God, of self-realization. It's like when my dog passed away. I feel like your awareness just grows. You can see everything, and that's what's going to happen here. She's going to be able to see things from new perspectives that she hasn't been able to before, and she's going to find her own way out of this shitty situation. As all dies to begin again, they say. But what if such words rob a thing of a good death? What if our over-attention to the coming birth denies our good grief over things lost? And what if the falling apart has its own magic? The moon spends just as much time waning as it does waxing, after all. We must embrace the whole of the cycle if we are to truly honor the spiral dance of time. The old Celtic hag called Cailleach hardens into the crag at Imbolc, the cross quarter, the day between winter solstice and spring equinox. And yes, she shall rise again at the first harvest, but for half of the year she remains rock. She is stone. But she is not waiting for flesh. She simply is. The stories of our becoming are not all about new beginnings and eternal swelling growth. And no true transformation occurs without a great shedding. This card is about cycles. And that's kind of what I'm getting with a lot of this. There's like some kind of cycle you might be stuck in. Group 1. You might be dealing with a toxic relationship or a toxic situation that is causing you anxiety and stress. It's keeping you up at night, even though you still are hopeful and you want things to work out. There's something going on right now with that you're closing yourself off to because you feel like there's juggling or dishonesty. There's something going on that you don't trust. And in the future, the angels show the Devil card, which is like it can be, you know, an unhealthy relationship, a restrictive relationship, but it can also come up if like codependency, or like if you're doing stuff to harm your own self, you know. But I think that this here shows that, you know, that devil's going to show itself again, and when it happens, it's going to be like, oh my God, I see you for who you are, and boop, never again. You know, the Judgment card, the Hanged Man, being able to see things so different, so clear, and Six of Swords, making your way out of rough waters. So like, there's something going on here that you're coming out of, and you're gonna make it. But the angels are really stressing the fact that it's important for you to take time right now to like ask yourself, what is driving you? Like, if you feel like you want to be in a relationship, why is it that you want to be in a relationship? What do you want out of it? Why are you chasing, you know, this job promotion? Is it what you really want? Do you want to be that? Do you want to get this? If it's self-driven, if it's things that you want from your core, go for it. But they're saying that you might be being misled by like outside energy. So it's important to just recognize what desires are yours and what desires are other people's. And fuck everybody else, it's your life. You come first, no matter what. And then the cycles. It's also important, they said, like this card, the Calyx Crag, it also talks about the importance to like get to know yourself and the cycles that you work through, and to honor those. Like if you know you are very good at working, you know, like a workhorse, you know, the 6 months of the year, and then you tend to need to like hibernate for a little while. Just know that about yourself and prepare. But also, it's also a reminder to like try and recognize when you're in these cycles, because they can be changed. You can get yourself out of it. You have everything you need. And if you need help, those cards are also reminding you that there's oracles all around you, all around. And all you need to do is ask, and you can find your message. And you're right. The first card that I pulled for your overall energy right now is the Magician card. This is a card that talks about being in that like alchemizing, manifesting energy where you're trying to like bring something into your life, and you kind of know how to do it. You're working on it. When it comes to your recent past, I pulled the Four of Wands. This is a card of like happy times spent with people that you love. It's like celebrations. It could be like weddings, you know, big events spent with like family and friends. And it's also like a happy home card. But it can also start to talk about like stability, gaining some kind of stability. When I asked for clarification on that, I pulled the Hermit, the King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. So you're coming from a place where you were feeling pretty happy. It might be talking about you as the King of Pentacles, and if that's the case, it could show like even though, you know, it was a happy time for you, you might have been choosing to do some inner work on yourself to make yourself more mature emotionally. and more stable and like ready to manifest. Because the King of Pentacles is the material wealth. Like he knows how to bring shit in and take care of his family. Like, but the King of Cups is emotional, and I think that it's talking about something going on with you where you were trying to, because the Hermit card, it's about solitude, it's about going within and spending time, upgrading. So I think it has to do with working on yourself. So you've been working on yourself. Right now, you may have a couple paths ahead. You may have a decision to make. We got the Two of Wands. When I asked for more information about that, we got the Fool, a decision between something new, so a whole new journey. And we got the Empress. The Empress card is like divine feminine, creative. Like she knows how to create. She can manifest things. She creates her own like job, for instance, and she knows how to do it. When she's not making, work for herself or like bringing things in that she's trying to manifest, it could literally be a baby. But there's something, growing in her. And then we got the Hierophant. This is current energies under that Two of Wands. So there's something where you're feeling like you need to decide between a couple different paths. That's what the Two of Wands means. Is it start something new, something you've never done before? Or go the traditional route? The Hierophant is a card of very traditional values. It can also be a card of like larger institutions like government, like working at a school or going to school or working for the government. It can even be a card of like mentors, finding somebody to help show you the way. So I think you're struggling whether or not you feel like you have the ability to create this thing you want to bring in on your own and doing it by yourself, including some risk there. Or do you go a traditional route and seek outside help? For the future, the near future, we got the Four of Pentacles. And when I asked for more information about that, I pulled the Ten of Pentacles. Big money. The Seven of Pentacles. And the Queen of Wands. So, Four of Pentacles tends to show stability, gaining some kind of stability. Creating like a really major like foundation for the road ahead for yourself. It's about, having like being able to save money, not just like money coming in, money going out, but actually being in a place where you can actually save money. And when I asked for more information, I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is like the big money card, It's a card of, it tends to show like large sums of money. So you may be getting help on the outside. It could be like an inheritance or a lottery win, or like money from property. I don't know. But when not, though, this is a card. It's still a card of major money goals being met. And I don't think it's going to be handed to you because the Seven of Pentacles is here too. And this card, it's like getting the harvest from the labor that you put in. You planted the seeds, and now you're here to take what they have grown. So, and then Queen of Wands, this is a woman that creates. She's fiery, she's passionate, she's got creative ideas, she's got dreams she wants to manifest, and she's working on them. And so I think these angels are telling you, as of right now, the future you is finding stability, and it's going to be based off of your hard work and your own creative inspiration. And that, magician card, you have everything you need. Magician card has everything they need to manifest what they want, to bring whatever they want in. They just have to use the right tools. The bonus card I pulled is this one, Blood of the Warrioress. I want to read this to you. It's beautiful. Sacrifice. Anything worth its salt requires a sacrifice. If we were to constantly manifest, constantly gain our abundance of new blessings without ridding ourselves of the old, our worlds would burst apart at the seams. We are doulas of both death and rebirth, and there is no light without the dark. There is no manifestation without dissolution. What must be sacrificed in order for this new way of being in the world to be initiated? What must you release? Is there a belief that holds you back, or a relationship that wants your farewell? Sometimes the sacrifice is as easy as pulling dead leaves off a hardy and thriving plant, and sometimes it is far more uncomfortable. The bigger the want, the bigger the sacrifice required. I also pulled this card. It's called Divine Feminine, and it says the void underneath. Just look at it. It's so pretty. To me, these are speaking about a feminine energy that is trying to create something, bring something in. And she knows what she's doing. She knows how to do it. And I think they're telling you that you're gonna do it. You're gonna get it. We got the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. It's coming, but it may help for you to release something so that your soul can be refilled anew with all these new blessings that are coming for you. Because, and I asked, what could you be holding on to that could be causing any kind of stagnation there? And I pulled the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the High Priestess. Ten of Wands. Feeling burdened, like feeling like you've been putting in so much work, and you're like tired and you're ready to just like give up. It's like someone that's been doing everything themselves. And the Seven of Wands is a card of, like, it could be anxiety or hope. Like, the sticks that she has surrounding her, she can either trust that they got her back and she's going to kick ass, or she can be weary and nervous because they might just turn around and stab her in the back. It's a card that it's basically telling you that you got to let go of that and just be courageous as you move forward. Like, let go of the fears that people will betray you. Let go of all the shit that you've done so much hard work to get to where you are, probably by yourself. But even let go of that, because within that contains hurt of people who didn't help you. You know what I mean? So it's like a fresh start. Your soul needs a fresh start because you were working on some magical, very potent creations right now, and you're going to get them regardless, most likely. But I want you at your best. I want you to feel like you can get every drop out of this delicious morsel that comes into your life and not crumbs. So I encourage you to, see what it is that you might be holding on to and find a way to let it go symbolically so that you feel better and you can move forward. The High Priestess, she knows what it is. It's her intuition, her inner voice, hopes and dreams that have failed. It's like everything. So try and imagine yourself and tell yourself to let everything else go that's not serving you. You know what I mean? And just become that void. Ready for, all your wondrous manifestations to refill your soul. I think it's skyrocket, whatever you're trying to manifest. Finally, I asked for a postcard from Spirit. I love these. It says, "Dearest you, we are a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate to you through language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on Earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential to being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now, you're facing a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity. Be clear and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs, and the second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person or energy or organization or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer. In your favor, affirmative, we say. Loving you so very much." So it's your angels telling you they're here to help. You're like on the verge of creating something crazy, and it's like a dream. And you've done a lot of work to get here, a lot of hard work on yourself. And you feel like you're at a precipice now where it's like either you can go by yourself or you can go a more traditional route. And the angels are telling you, trust your instincts. You have the ability to manifest in whatever it is you want. You are sitting in that Queen of Wands energy, and she is the creator. She's bringing shit in. She's artistic, passionate, and you're also in that magician energy, which basically means you can alchemize anything into your life if you know what you're doing. I don't honestly feel like, I mean, I don't like telling people what to do, but I would say you don't need to go any traditional routes. All you need is yourself, but I'm a big believer in that anyways. And you're going to be okay. You're going to be better than okay. You got the 10 of Pentacles. You're doing better than me. But just keep in mind, there might be something that you need to let go of to become that divine feminine void so that it can be refilled. Past hurts, past dreams that didn't come true, stuff like that. Whatever it is for you, you will know. Yep, that's all I need. The angels tell me when it comes to your current energies, you guys are working on building something. I say that because I pulled the Three of Pentacles. This is a card of working on something that people are noticing, and you could be working with somebody else, possibly, but it's something that you're like perfecting, you're using your hands to do, and you're trying to create something tangible. When it comes to your recent past, we pulled the Freedom card. This is like the Chariot and normal tarot, which is Cancer, which is my energy. But to me, it could be like running away. Maybe you wanted to run away in your recent past. Or it can also be like being like a director. That's what I see here. Somebody that's like directing and using their intuition and like the tools they have around them to try and get something they want done. It's kind of like the Chariot, where she's using her intention and her willpower to go forward and create, the destiny that she wants. But there's a sense of freedom attached to that you're wanting. When I asked for more information on that, we pulled the Four of Swords, the Four of Swords, tired. You want freedom, you want to figure shit out, you want to be able to manifest what you want because you're tired. I also pulled the Empress card. You could be in mama mode, but the Empress is also, a creator. Whether she's bringing forth, a baby or a creation, something tangible, like her own job or, her own income potential. Also, too, there's something sad there. The rain is falling on her. It's making me feel sad. And with the Four of Swords, you want freedom. It seems like in the past you were feeling like exhausted and kind of sad, like you need to rest and you can, I guess. And I also pulled the Princess of Torches. This is like the princess or the Page of Wands. Messenger. This could be like a messenger coming through in your recent past, offering you something. So you want freedom. You're feeling tired and you still are trying to create this thing you're working on and be a mom and do all the things. But something might have been pissing you off. Because that's what I kind of get with this card. It seems a little angry. Just a little fiery. Current situation. We got the Ten of Wands. They gave me 2 cards for this one, so. And the Universe. So this is currently, and this shows somebody that is exhausted. They've been carrying a heavy load. Like the Ten of Wands is somebody that has been pulling everything on their backs by themselves without the help from anybody else. And they're like just about to reach that point where they can rest. And the Universe card, it's like it's the very last card in the Major Arcana. So it's a card of almost like graduating. And I did it, It's leveling up in so many different ways. Knowledge and power to a place where you don't really have to worry about things anymore because you like trust in certain things and you trust that you have like have your own back should anything go awry. It's really pretty. When I asked for clarification on that, I got the Strength card, Leo Energy. I also got the Universe again, but with a different deck. The Hermit. This card cool. And the Six of Pentacles. The Strength card is it's coming up here and it's saying that even though you know you've been having to do everything by yourself, you're still like sitting in a patient, divine, like not egotistic mindset. And it's like calm strength. Like you know what's up and you don't have to worry. And you're not really mad anymore. The Universe, you leveled up. The Hermit card. The Hermit card is interesting because it could indicate that now that you kind of feel like you've reached this milestone for yourself, you may be wanting to withdraw a little and seek inner enlightenment, possibly. Like figure out what's going on and how you feel about everything and what it is exactly that you want. What will spark you. But in a Saturnian way, because that Saturn is huge there. So, also, if you notice, the lion turned into a kitty cat. Yeah, so you're not mad that you've had to carry everything anymore. You're okay with it. You understand it. But you also have this weird understanding that you've like leveled up somehow. And now you might want to just pull back a little, go over some things, figure shit out. And you may be waiting for rewards. Because the Six of Pentacles is a card of, it's usually a card of like the world giving you, the universe gifting to you because you were deserving. But it could also be you gifting somebody else something. Like you could be the giver or the receiver. And it creates like reciprocity. What I give, I get back. What I give, I get back. And see, she's giving out to the other person there with her. There's a hand there. So you might be waiting, like you leveled up and you're waiting for like God to be like, okay, this is what you've earned. For your near future, I pulled the Spirit of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Prince or the Knight of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So when it comes to the near future, we pulled the Spirit of Pentacles. This is like the King of Pentacles. It's about somebody that figures out the material world and has fulfillment emotionally, financially. They have everything they need. They got money, they got love, they're surrounded by beautiful things, and they have intelligence. Look at their eyes. Yippee. So, in the near future, you guys are going to become who you want to be. When I asked for more information on that, we pulled the Queen of Swords. This is a card of like a woman that is very intelligent and is good at making deals, but there's something about her where I feel like she's not afraid to ask for like something she's deserving of in return. Because she seems kind of mad. But I also pulled the Prince of Wands, the Prince of Torches. This card is all about passion and creativity, and he's like the most passionate card out of the deck, and he goes forward and he's like, I know what I want to do, and this is how I want to do it, and nobody can stop him. And he's like guided by his intuition. And then the last card we pulled was the Two of Cups. This card tends to show a relationship go into the next stage, go into the next level, whether that be a business relationship or a love or a friendship. But there's something growing here, and it's accumulated into you becoming that Spirit of Pentacles, like the King of Pentacles. So I think overall it looks like you've been working on something. You're trying to like master a skill or figure out how to make something work to bring in material things. In the recent past, you may have wanted to bolt and change your mind, but instead you decided to use your intuition and all the tools that you have around you and the people that love you, and you're like guiding them, and you're guiding yourself, and you are like directing everything to get where it is you want to go, because you know where you want to go. And you're tired. In the past, you feel like you might have had to do everything by yourself. The Ten of Wands shows somebody that feels like they had to take on all the burdens by themselves and carry that heavy load without help. And they're exhausted. But somehow in the midst of all this, they've reached like a growth spurt that's eternally. The Universe card came out twice for what's going on right now, and it's like a level up. You can see things differently. You're not allowing things that once may have made you turn into a and you're shifting it. Like you're literally turning your lions into cute little helpful kitties. You're not as triggered, you're more relaxed. But this recent upgrade you've been getting might make you want to spend some more time by yourself, and that's okay. And also, in the process of everything, this card, reciprocity, it's a card of giving and receiving, but it's also like a karma card, and Saturn is right next to it. So I think that Saturn may be coming into play here. Like if you've been very giving recently in your recent past, you will be getting gifts in return. But if you haven't been very giving, it's time to start. Because Saturn's here, big time, and he wants you to level up. No matter what though, what's coming up in the recent future, in the near future, we got abundance, material wealth, stability, somebody that knows how to manifest real, tangible things, and knows how to take care of their family, and has the love of their family all around them, and not a care in the world. But it hasn't come very easy, you know? You had to turn into this Queen of Swords. You may have to turn into this Queen of Swords. It's in the near future, so what does it say to you? I think she's like, yeah, you know you owe me this. You give it to me. Not be afraid to speak up for yourself. And also, don't be afraid to go forward with the things that you have ideas about. Passionately. Take those kitties that you tamed and ride them all the way to the bank. And in doing so, you will find that your relationships improve overall. Like, everything kind of just is flowing together. Like, your relationships support your dreams, and your dreams are like a good environment for your relationships to thrive. Everything kind of starts to go cohesively together and grow. For your bonus cards, I started to pull postcards from Spirit, and 2 of them popped out, so I'm going to read them both. Dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creation of Spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes. Allowing things to be just as they are, without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or a mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawsomeness. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too. Imperfect and human, complex or simple, it doesn't matter, for there's always something to discover, experience, and to love. When you drop the need for the ideal, you uncover a real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. It's pretty. And the next one. Dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving gracefully and with gratitude, without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability, or bringing in an agenda of equality to do it. Receiving is hard for some people. Maybe you? You do not need a this for that and your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. You can give up the old stories that have you convinced that you have to do everything alone without any help. Let your well be filled. We all love you so much. So, there's a major message here about the way that you give and receive. You need to evaluate that and make sure that you're open to receiving. Because you do a lot. You take on a lot of burden. And all you have to do is, tell somebody, hey, be the director. Hey, you do this, you do that, I'll do this, and we'll go here, Don't try to take it all on yourself.